Lemmy, do you sketch sometimes?
Sometimes.
I want to be someone who sketches on the go. To do that, you need to have a nice sketchbook and something that motivates you to sketch. So I thought now would be a good time to start because, you know, San Francisco has a lot of cool streets, very steep streets. I'm pretty sure there will be some cool sketch opportunities there.
Let's go.
Check that. I'm flying to San Francisco tomorrow morning. Long story short, Google invited me to attend their I/O conference. I'll be there for a full week and I'm really excited because I also decided to extend my stay by a couple of days to also check out the city, see if I can get some other creative projects going there. I don't travel too often, especially for work, so I wanted to make sure I have everything I need to really make the most of this trip. I found these really cool, tiny little sketching pads, and they have quality paper by Hahnemühle, which is a nice, reputable paper brand. And especially the bamboo paper I'm looking forward to trying out because it's supposed to be really good for all sorts of mixed media stuff. So whether I'm using the marker or also the oil pastels, and having this tiny little block just in my pocket or in my little bag that I'm bringing, I think it's gonna be really fun to just get out and start sketching. A non-negotiable for every trip is having the right assortment of cameras. I will be bringing more than I have ever brought to any trip ever, which is 3 if you don't count my phone. The first camera I ever received is this camcorder here. This was a Christmas gift. It has to have been like 16 years ago. This is a Sony camcorder. I think it was pretty good at the time. And let me just say, the camcorder format is hands down the best camera form factor you can find. I don't know why camera manufacturers felt the need to go more towards the DSLR mirrorless body style when you have something like this, which is just so convenient when you want to film something. For photo cameras, I think it's a different story, but this form factor for filming is perfect. Just having it in your hand like this, secured by a nice strap, having an articulating screen. If you give me something like this with the same sensor as the Sony FX3, instantly, like I'd be, obviously this isn't going to give you the best quality, but that's not what it's here for. I want to have that vintage retro look, and this is perfect for that. I even have this set to a lower quality setting. This could film in HD and I just film in standard definition because I want to have that retro look. Like if I want to get something high quality, I will use a camera like this, which is my Sony a7R IV, which is mainly a photo camera, but it's also quite capable for filming stuff as well. Like nothing too spectacular about this one. Camera tech in general, I feel like it's sort of hit a plateau. There's not too many exciting things happening in the camera world. So I've been fine with this, and I think this has to be like 7 or 8 years old by now, and still really state of the art for my use case. A new addition to my camera game is this one. This little fella right here. It's literally smaller. I don't have my phone with me, but it's smaller than my phone. It's the Sony RX100 VII, and this is a camera I definitely got influenced into buying because I watched about 2 YouTube videos claiming that it's just a game changer for your photography because you have this little flip up viewfinder and it just changes the psychology of shooting, and that the quality is really good for the form factor. The only gripe being that it's too expensive. But I found this about half price new on Amazon. That makes me think that they're about to release a new version of this. That might be the case, but it's been rumored for years, so I'm not sure about that. I think this line of compact cameras is something that Sony has sort of abandoned. The photos are just a lot better than your phone photos. So it makes sense to bring this, and it also has a nice pop-up flash, which is something I always love when cameras do. So yeah, just a combination of this pop-up flash and this pop-up viewfinder, and also the focal length going out to, watch this. It goes out to like 200 millimeters in full frame equivalent focal length. That's so cool. So I'm excited to try this out. Then of course, I will also be bringing the iPhone 17 Pro, which is the first time in my life that I've ever had an updated iPhone. I usually always rock like the older models. I think before this I had the iPhone 12, but I just thought now that I'm more of a content creator as well, I want to have something that I can always pull out no matter where I am, and I'm able to get some quality shots, especially for video. It's nice to use this as a top-down camera as well. So this has been my everyday carry ever since I got this. It's great, but I'm still excited to try out this as my main photography camera, especially. Okay, tiny little home update. Last week, I talked about how much I love this vinyl rack here, this shelving unit, but unfortunately we need this somewhere else in the apartment because it has the perfect form factor for that space. So I'm gonna be switching this one out with a wider one, the same shelving unit, but just twice as wide basically. As you can see, this one has a solid metal base and the other one doesn't, which makes it a bit more difficult to put things in like vinyls. They'll slide right through, I think, if I'm not careful. Stellen wir es einfach auf da. Das ist gar nicht so breit. Mögen wir es?
Ja.
We ended up using these linen and wool containers from Muji, and they're nice because they make the whole metal look feel a bit warmer, and they're also practical for putting art supplies inside. We have some of our vinyls inside here as well. With these containers, I think I like this broader shelf even a bit more than the old one. So I just made the last minute realization that it might be a good idea to make some business cards and have some business cards with me on this trip because it's a big conference, you know, I'll be meeting a bunch of people. And even though business cards are a really outdated concept and everything seems to work in the, you know, what's your Instagram sort of way, maybe it's a good idea to have some. I've never been on a conference like this. So right now I am just quickly throwing together some really simple business cards. So because this is so last minute, the only paper type I have here that's thick enough to be a business card is this brown cardboard style paper. So if you receive a business card from me, it will seem like this was an intentional creative choice, but it wasn't. And I have 3 versions. I think all of them feel a bit like anti-design. Maybe they're a bit too unserious, but I do like them because they have these weird text breaks, you know, which might make it a bit cumbersome to read. But I don't want to take this too seriously because business cards nowadays, I feel like they're meant to show a bit of personality. So I have one that's definitely too unserious, which is this one with the image of me eating an ice cream. Yeah, probably gonna scratch that one. But the other ones, they're a bit simpler, straightforward. I think I'll maybe even bring a couple of versions and then just hand them out. If people even ask for business cards. I don't know, do people still ask for business cards? If they do, I'll be ready.